Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, and I'm looking at a certain sequel. Yes, it's Chuck Rock II, Son of Chuck, on the Commodore Amiga, released in 1993 by Core Design, and as you can see, it's a little bit more upgraded graphically. Actually very nice. Some sprites are really cool, and the animations are lovely. But we'll go into that a bit more. First of all, this is Chuck's son, obviously, because it's Son of Chuck, and he is a baby, yes, and he does tricks. Anyway, have a look at the animation quality. I mean, Chuck Rock had some awesome animation, but this really does kind of surpass it a bit. But there were I believe 2 years between the games. I think Chuck Rock was 1991, and this one was 93. I've got that wrong. I think I've got this one right. All these guys waddling away, and oh no, oh there's a big weird circular leg dinosaur walking around. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the screen setup. So you've got in the bottom left, you've got your lives. You can tell that because you've got little Chuck Jr.'s face down there. And on the bottom right, you've got your health meter, which is basically a baby bottle. And then in the top center, you've got your score. So that's about it, really. But you can see, look at the backgrounds of this game and look at the animations and the facial expressions of Chuck Jr. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Done a really good job on this. I was commenting earlier on, one of my long time subscribers, and we were saying about how bad Rick Dangerous was, and still is, because it's not going to have changed. But I think I'm going to look at Rick Dangerous, but it was done by the same studio, so don't expect this kind of quality. But that's coming at some point in the future. That's going to be a Dungeon of Drax, I'll tell you that now. Now the controls are nice and simple. You've got left and right, and you have got, if you press down, you you climb up your club, which is a bit of an odd one. And I suppose if doesn't need to duck really, does he? Because he's a baby already. Went a bit Welsh there, didn't I? That's a bit weird, isn't it? So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic fun. But I will say that it's a little bit more simplistic, and I did mention this in the Chuck Rock review yesterday, that this game has been dumbed down a little bit, and it is a little bit easier somehow. You can take more hits before you cark it, to put a finer word on it. Oh well, look, he cries when he gets hit as well. No, so that's quite a nice touch, actually. These guys in costumes are brilliant. You hit them and they fly up into fly up in the air, and then they lose their costume embarrassingly. Just watch when I hit the next one; it's great fun. Yeah, so you've got that's like you've actually got people this time round. Here we go. So oh, she's just a flying leap on me. So yeah, there we go. Crack him up. There you go. He's down. So yeah, Chuck Jr. uses this massive club. Now, his father only had belly bounce and a flying kick. But, oh look, his hair was a creature. See, just the things that they put in this, little sort of Easter eggs and other things that are really, really good. I think you appreciate it more after you've played it, if that makes sense. I mean, I go through a couple of plays. Occasionally I have a couple of plays. Now, I did own this game back in the day, so it's not like it's uncommon for me, this one. But it's good. It's really good fun. I'm absolutely loving the animations. I mean, you could easily think that this was on a console, to be quite honest, and it did make its way to the consoles. It made it. I do believe it was I don't think it had the Super Nintendo release that the original Chuck had, but I do believe it has a Master System conversion, so I will be having a look at that in the near future. And Chuck Rock also has lots of multiples, including the C64, which I actually didn't realise. Again, that's been pointed out to me by one of my lovely subscribers, so thanks ever so much for that. Yeah, so the C64 version of Chuck Rock coming to this channel soon. Now I think I should have gone up into that area and jumped, never mind. So yeah, it's actually very good, and the sound is better this time, a lot better. In fact, you've got sound and music this time, which is much nicer. It's much nicer. You can pretty much demolish everything with your club. I can't figure out how to get up there. I don't know if you can do like a super jump or something, or a double jump. It doesn't seem to be able to do that. And I've not got the thing I need there to knock into the spikes. Can't seem to... Okay, well, maybe we'll have to die and start this bit again. But yes, a fire button swings your club in a mighty, mighty swing. Look at that. The club's bigger than he is, which is great, actually. It just adds to that sort of comedy value that the original Chuck Rock had. And it just worked really, really well. It's a refreshing change to have games like this, because do you know what, modern games, and you know there are exceptions, but yeah, there's a lot of modern games that rely too much on fancy graphics, and that sacrifices the gameplay. Whereas back in the day here, I mean, this game, you would have been, if you were a Spectrum owner, you would have been absolutely green with envy, because this quality of game didn't really exist on the 8-bits, which was a bit of a shame. However, that didn't mean that the 8-bit games weren't good. Indeed. So I'll be looking at some more 8-bit at some point soon. If there's anything you'd like to see, let me know. I always enjoy speaking to you guys in the comments anyway. If you've got any ideas, anything you'd like to see in the show, let me know and I'll put it in. Even if it's just a shout out, I can do that for you. That's not a problem. And here's our first boss, folks. So basically, oh yes. So basically he will chomp where you're standing. So you need to sort of move and then club him in the face. Yes. And you have to sort of time this, right? Now, the playability of this game is second to none. It is a lot of fun, even if it has been slightly made easier than the original Chuck, but it doesn't ruin it in any way at all. In fact, you know, it is sort of, oh look, I've lost a life, so therefore he's going to have a hissy fit. That just looked wrong. What? Stop nibbling my butt. Anyway, yes, playability, absolutely fantastic, and the replay value, of course, is really good as well. I think you'll come back to this just because, well, just because you don't need any more. What am I supposed to do here? What am I meant to do? He's just running backwards and forwards. Am I supposed to hit? Oh, am I supposed to hit them? Oh, that's great, isn't it? Oh, I can ride him now. Oh, just as the timer runs out. A nice little mini game there, I suppose. Nice to see that an inclusion on the back of Dippy the Diplodocus, or Diplodocus, whichever way you want to say it. So yeah, we're on the back of a dinosaur. Hey, how cool is this? But again, you can see the animations of the shells there being boffed off there. And you've also, look at this. The Diplodocus is wearing a rubber ring. Aww. So there's some very cute elements in this. Those birds look really annoyed. Pterodactyls look really annoyed. And you've got this big mother humper of a bird coming in now. But yeah, I think sound, music, it's all there. Playability's there. The only thing that really lets it down is that there's not really anything new that it brings to the table. And there's a nice glitch there. My club's disappeared. Fantastic stuff. Yes. So, all in all, I think it's worth a go. Oh, this looks like a boss fight as well. Look at the animation on this guy. Look at the facial animations of them. I really like that. That's top quality. Top quality. But yes, I don't know. It's just lacking something. Just can't quite put my finger on it, but it's lacking something. But all in all, I would recommend giving this a go, especially if you're a fan of the original Chuck Rock, because this brings a little bit more graphically to the table. I think this was released on the Mega CD as well, not Mega CD, I keep saying that, CD32, which obviously would give it a much richer soundtrack and possibly more sound effects. Now we're going into another zone now. So I'm glad to be able to bring you a few levels of this at least, so you can have a look at the different enemy types and have a look at the different sceneries and level layouts. So I hope you've enjoyed the review anyway. Obviously one player, so if you want multiplayer, you know what to do. Invite your friends round, see if you can beat each other's scores, do speed runs, whatever you need to do, have a go. There's always a way to make a single player into a multiplayer, and I hope you guys are doing it. Let me know if you've actually taken my advice and done it, because I'd really like to know how you're getting on. I've got a feel. What else was this released on? There was something else this released on, and the controls were really finicky, and I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, the Amiga scene is raving. I love the Amiga. It was my follow-up computer to the ZX Spectrum, so it was a massive upgrade for me, and it was just an immense upgrade. It was like having the Super Nintendo upgraded from the Nintendo, which is that's basically the route I went. So that was quite cool, and it's night and day really. But I don't stop playing the Spectrum games because I've got a different setup, you know. Amstrad as well. That was a cracking machine, the CPC 128 and the 464. So if you'd like to see some Amstrad stuff, let me know. I've got quite a lot of games for that too. So anything you want to see, Neo Geo. Do you want to see some more of that? Let me know in the comments, and if I've got it, I'll play it and I'll review it. So there. Anyway, folks, that's enough from me. I hope you've enjoyed the review. Thanks ever so much for tuning in. Great to see you new subscribers here, and also my existing subscribers. You are awesome. I will catch you very, very soon for a brand new review. You take it easy, keep it retro, and as always, it's bye for now. Bye!
Incoming transmission.